So print advertising tips. You want to have obviously a headline. So your print ad, if you're doing print ads, direct mail or whatever, you need to have a headline. You want to point out who the message is for early on. And I usually do that by asking questions that my ideal prospect is going to relate to. So those first two steps with the headline and the opening sentence, opening paragraph, should be written exclusively for your target audience. There's a mistake people make in advertising. They think, oh, our product is so useful, everyone should own it. So we're going to write bland, generic copy that's trying to get everybody's attention because everybody is our target market, because our product is that good, everyone needs to have it, right? That's a huge waste of time and money, I think. Because what that says, when you say everyone's your target market, it means your copy is going to be so generic, so bland, it's actually going to appeal to nobody, right? And that's a big mistake. You want to write an engaging headline that's going to grab the attention of your target audience. You also want to start off your copy pointing out who it's for. And certainly you'll see that in the example of the super fund. I'll go through it with you in just a moment. So you also want to choose the right image. Not every image is going to be appropriate for your market, but you want to have an image that's going to capture their attention, just like you see in offline media like newspapers or magazines. Typically, it's an engaging, action-orientated image, or it's a professional image like you see in these cases. So you want to have an image. You also want to include scarcity. And you'll notice that in the free SMSF consultation ad, you'll notice that they have scarcity and also they have an effective call to action. Too many print ads don't have either. There's no reason for me to call and act now or take action now. There's no reason for that, what I call scarcity or urgency. There's also no effective call to action. There might not even be a call to action at all. They leave that out and just assume if we show our ad enough times, certainly people will know what they need to do. No, you need to instruct people what to do. Because remember, we're drowning in information. We have short attention spans. We need to know what to do. So don't make it difficult by assuming people will find you. Tell them what to do. So I want to go through this with you now. Could I get a copy of that as well? Thank you. So this is an ad that's run every single week in Australia. I've looked at the results behind it, and it's doing very, very well. Thank you very much. So let's go through this real quick. If you look at the headline, it's got a compelling offer. If you're someone who's after self-managed super funds, right? Everyone knows what superannuation is? No? Okay. I beg your pardon? Yeah, well, in Australia, it's basically part of your income, if you're working as an employee, part of your income gets attributed to a fund. So when you retire, you can then access that money in retirement, right? And there's lots of different funds that allow you to do that. And people usually shop around for the best one and the best rates. But think of it as retirement savings, right? And so these gentlemen are offering, or this company is offering a way for you to go and talk to them about how to best manage that, right? So that's the offer, just to educate you. So this is free SMSF consultation, 1 week only, so we've got that urgency in there, and then they've got the call to action, book now. Now, not every offline print ad needs to have these elements, but notice how it's the compelling, I better read this now, headline, right? Look at the first paragraph. Thinking about setting up a self-managed super fund, question mark. Already have a SMSF but want some support managing it. They're not asking a question that appeals to everyone's needs. They're asking something that appeals directly to the ideal prospect. Are you in this situation, right? And I'm going to go over how you can do this as well in your ads in a minute when we get to the formula. But basically, that's how you start off with. And typically a lot of my copy I write online and offline ask those questions to identify and get the prospect to say, yeah, this is me. You want them, as they read it, to be nodding their head going, yeah, that's the situation I'm in. And it could be about any business, right? You could do that for any business. You know what their problems are, and then you're going to ask what they are in the copy. So you're calling out to your ideal target market. So then they go on about their credibility, and that's the next paragraph. They establish themselves as an authority. And how they do that is they say, as SMSF experts with 28 years experience and having helped more than 10,000 trustees, we're happy to share our expertise with you. We understand self-managed super doesn't suit everyone, so it's important you get the right information to decide for yourself. This is called understanding your prospect's pain and then agitating it, right? You've got to know what their pain is. What are they going through? What are they having problems with? And if you call them out on that, like, do you have this problem? It must be terrible to have this problem. You're agitating it. And here they're saying, it's difficult. It's difficult to know which one to choose. You should probably get some expert advice, which is kind of subtly hinting at they're going to be providing that. But they're agitating the prospect's problem after pointing it out. Then, and they've already established credibility with, we've been in business 28 years, we've helped already 10,000 people, or how many it was. Contact us by the 31st of January 2014, and you'll receive a free SMSF consultation. Call to action is already listed, right? Do this by this date and you'll get this. So it's an effective call to action copy. Notice it's not pushy, it's not hard sell, it's just saying by this date, take action and this is what you'll get. If you're new to this type of super, you'll find out how it may benefit you and your family. If you have an SMSF, you'll discover ways you could be getting more from your fund. You'll also learn about unique approach and services. They go on to qualify the reader. If you're in this situation and you have this amount of money, then this is perfect for you. So they don't want calls from everyone or people who aren't their ideal prospects. In this piece of copy, they're saying, are you in this situation? Do you have these problems? If so, you want to contact us for this free consultation. It's a great way of qualifying your audience. Because how many of you have gotten leads before and you're like, these are just a waste of time? You can qualify online and offline people by stating who you're after in your advertising. They end with, but hurry, this offer of a free SMS conversation is for this week only, and then they have in big bold lettering their phone number and also their email address. Notice at the bottom of the ad, they've got more what I call credibility indicators. Because if this was in the newspaper, right? This is a print ad in the newspaper. You don't know who these guys are. You've probably never heard of them. But the image of them speaks authority because they're older gentlemen in suits, right? And it has their names there. Also, they have a younger man in the photo, and that kind of speaks to a younger audience who might be in this situation. And then, as you can see, below they've got their different offices, which is, again, more credibility, and their different certifications.